Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to talk about a specific issue I have with Valorant and which is probably affecting a lot of users as well. So, just to give a little context, I've made a topic on Reddit which blew up really quickly, something about the thing of run and gun and spread awareness, where I basically talked about how my main account specifically would run way worse than my Smurf or my roomie's account. And yeah, I test this on different connections, different PCs, always the same result. My main account was basically fucked. My other accounts that I tested were absolutely fine. And this was consistent across 3 different set of PCs and 4 different internet connections. So I can rule out that it has nothing to do with PCs, nothing to do with settings. It is 100% account based. So, what's causing these issues, right? You might be wondering. So, yeah, turns out my main account just runs slower than my Smurf and my roomie's account. It sounds ridiculous, right? Because I've never heard of this, like this kind of behavior in any game ever. Valorant is the first. But yes, my main account just runs slower. And I always thought it was weird because when I'm on main account, it's just really frame skippy, and even though you see like 500 frames, it still looks like 40 frames. It's really weird. It was never fluid. It's just ugh. So, yeah, I didn't know what the hell was going on. Turns out that because the game runs just slower, this mess is happening. And, so yeah, how did I do a workaround about this? So apparently when I switched around with the network buffering and play a little bit, at some point I would get a micro stutter and then suddenly the game would run more fluid. See, now I have found a way better workaround, which also will be used as for you guys to test your accounts, whether or not you actually have this issue. Because this only happens when my main account is running at 1080p, which is my native resolution. The game will run like dog shit. Absolute trash. It'll be weird, it'll look like 40 frames, it's bad, it's really bad. However, if I change the resolution down to 900p, the game will run at the intended speed. It's weird because the game will suddenly be fluid again. It'll be responsive. The game will actually just run faster. Everything in the game will just run like 10, maybe 5 to 10% faster. And this also explains why I thought it was network buffering, because if your client runs actually slower than, the intended goddamn speed, the server needs to use some sort of network buffering to somehow fix what the hell is happening to your client. And this is why I actually am really happy about to find this solution, because, it's just dumb, really. But the thing is, even if I switch it back from 900p to 1080p, the game will run at its intended speed, mind you. So even, what I have to do to fix this is to switch from 1080p to 900p and it'll be fixed. Even if I switch back to the native 1080p, it will still run at the intended smooth speed. I have no fucking clue why this is happening. And even if I restart the client, the moment the game is 1080p and I've not switched the resolution on my main account, it will be a shit show. It'll be slower again. It will again be slower. The frames will feel like 40 frames again. And I have no idea why, but again, if I switch from 900p to 1080p again, it'll be fluid, it'll be smooth for the rest of the gaming session. It's not about just you do it every time you join a server. No. You do it once a gaming session, the entire session, the thing will run fluid and as intended. Which is fucking stupid. I have no idea what this is. Because what really confuses me is, how in the fuck is this a thing? Because all the graphical settings are on your PC, right? They're locally on your PC. So how the fuck is this happening on my account on different platforms, like on different PCs? It makes no sense, but it is happening. I can only report what I am observing here. So basically, go ahead and test for yourself. This is absolutely what I would recommend you guys doing. If you have a suspicion that you're somehow getting like lag shotted and you know you start jittering around, because if I play the game on my main account with the you know the slow mode, let's just call it slow mode for now, and I you know just shift walk behind a wall, I would start jittering, or if I go in like next to my teammates, I'll also start jittering around like fucking mad. Once I put the resolution down, boom, everything's fixed. I don't get lag shot of doom. I mean, obviously Pico's advantage is still a thing. I mean, you can never remove it. But at least now, they're not people with a fucking ping of 10 ms who do it to me anymore. Now it's just like, oh yeah, it's that guy with 120 ms. Yes, of course, he will Pico's advantage shot my ass. However, not everyone is doing it anymore. So it's a huge nice thing. So again, as I said, just go to your main account or the account you suspect this is happening on. Put the resolution down, see if the game actually runs more smooth and actually a little bit faster. If it does, you're affected by this bug. Whether or not Riot is gonna fix it, or rather when, I have no idea. I just felt that you guys need to know about this and just go ahead and play on 900p. Or, you know, get used to just, you know, every time you start the game, you just switch resolution down to 900p and back to 1080p once every gaming session. So, yeah. I hope I saved you a lot of headaches. At least for me, I saved myself a lot of headaches by finding this. I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoy the game a lot more now.